my life. Arizona's loaded with it. The drive from here to Blythe.
That's the weirdest conversation.
Kill all three of you guys today and get ready and no one would know it.
We've given targets and now we've given places to bury bodies.
Don't worry about it. They know they're targets. I just get sick of
What's wrong with you?
Let's tune into Phoenix Radio. What's this?
These guys got great ideas.
Oh my God, somebody take notes.
Hey, here's
Oh man, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. I was just listening to John Holmberg here. He's a morning show guy in Phoenix, obviously. And if the dude just wanted more money and wanted to do bigger things, he'd be syndicated by now. He's that fucking funny. But he wants to keep it local and stay here, so that's good for him. Anyway, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday. It's finally Friday. I'm not gonna sing that annoying girl song because I nearly killed myself the first time I heard it. But yeah, it's Friday finally, November 20th. We're less than a week away from Thanksgiving. I don't know about you guys, but Thanksgiving at my house is no longer turkey. It used to be turkey, and like the turkey would barely get eaten, but there would be ham and other stuff, and that would get just destroyed. Here's the thing. In my immediate family, there's 5. 6 including Oliver, obviously. And then, my brother-in-law, I count him as 0.5, so it's like 6.5 people. And out of all of us, my brother-in-law will eat turkey, and that's kind of it. So, but he eats a lot, so it makes it look like a decent chunk got eaten. So the last 2 years, I think last year, the year before, my parents went out of town, and my brother and sister, and I, we don't really hang out very much outside of outside of going to go see seeing our parents. Islamic militants attack hotel in Mali's capital. Jesus Christ, they're going everywhere. Yeah, fuck it, that was a weird text to get there. Yeah, so we don't really see each other very much outside of my parents' house. So we didn't even say anything until last minute. My sister calls me. She's like, "Hey, you want to come over for you want to do something for Thanksgiving? For the sake of Oliver." So that's what we did. We all have keys to my parents' house. So we went to their place. They said it was cool. Obviously, my mom's like got everything to cook with, and instead of cooking that grilled carne asada, which is basically like rough translations Mexican steak, and it was fucking delicious and it was great. So now we're doing it again this year. We did it last year and then we're doing it this year. So it's just pretty fun times. Anyway, as you saw right there, I get those texts. You can sign up for those texts from like your local radio station probably, and it's easy. I get these from this service they have for journalists, and I used to have it back in the day. I just never got rid of it. So apparently Islamic militants, I don't know where Mali is, so apologize for that, but apparently they're attacking a hotel over there. This is all getting really crazy. Like they waited till last second, or not till last second. They waited to start attacking at the same time, basically. But apparently China started to blow up ISIS too. So this is getting dark real quick. When the Chinese are fighting alongside the Americans, goddamn, I thought for sure after all the bullshit, and then of course Donald Trump smashing them on in debates, it'd be a little different. And then of course Trump. What was it? I don't know, it was yesterday, the day before. Now, disclaimer, I didn't hear Mali storm a hotel, 137 people still being held by terrorists. It's ongoing. Jesus, this is insanity. All right. Yeah. Fuck. All right. So. Oh, now I'm my train of thought. Oh, so I didn't hear the actual quote myself or read the article where he said it or whatever, right? But Donald Trump being quoted as saying that he would be open to requiring Muslims to carry special IDs. My first thought, I don't know about you guys, and I tweeted out immediately, but my first thought was, kind of like putting the Star of David on Jews in World War II, right? Right? And it's funny because I know a few Trump supporters, and I sent them that, and I'm like, yeah, so what's up with this? And they were like, oh shit. And that's literally all I got back from one of them. The other 4 didn't text me back, but it was one of them was like, ah shit. Yep, Jews in yellow stars again. So, the weird thing is this, like, coming from another country, to this one, I know way more about the history of the U.S. than I know about Mexico. At least what they taught us in school. That's a disclaimer right there, because I guarantee they didn't tell us everything, or even straight up lied to us in history books, as we grew up. But I see things that go on these days, and I'm like, did something like that fucking happen back in the day? And you look back in history, and we're repeating the same mistakes. And if this dipshit is in office and he does something crazy like that, we're repeating the same mistakes, So this is it's disgusting. It really is. It you know what? I would come on now. At the beginning, if he would have said that at the beginning of all the debates before he got on TV and started doing debates and people started liking him and shit, is if he had said this shit then, I'd been like, oh, his campaign's over. I have a feeling this shit that he said is gonna get him more support. That's how fucking retarded this country could be. That you get a bunch of idiots. There's actual assholes out there that go, oh, give Muslims special ID. Yeah, definitely. Fuck yeah, make that happen. You know what I mean? And some asshole out there is going, yeah, what about the dot they get on the forehead? Fucking assholes that don't know the difference. You should put a dot on their forehead too, fuckers. Like, lots of assholes out here. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just disgusting. You know what, though? I think you could link that directly to education or lack thereof. The quality of education in the U.S. is in the public schools is just awful. In fact, I'm in Arizona. I should know. I'm in Arizona. It's like the 49th state or worst state in education. The governor here, this dipshit, Doug Ducey, he and I call him a dipshit because he's fucked up other things. But the one thing that supposedly he's done is made it so someone fucking someone get Trump, do it now. The Trump thing is just gross. But this guy Doug Ducey, he's the governor of Arizona. He actually just made a move here to pump more money into education. So hopefully here in the next 15 years, that shit gets raised. But I tell you what, if I have kids and I'm still living in Arizona, I'm gonna be saving up for private school ASAP. Where's El Chapo when you need him? Dude, I still laugh about the fact that Trump shit himself when Chapo put that out. I'm like, woo, get him. And then a bunch of Latino artists went after Trump too, saying, I think Pitbull, who's Cuban, but Pitbull, the awful rapper, he fucking put out he was getting an award at a Spanish music show, and he's just like, and he goes Donald Trump, I'm boycotting all your shit, whatever, and whatever, and he goes at the end he goes, but be careful with the Chapo, and the crowd exploded in cheers and shit. People really don't. Latinos don't like this dude, and the fact that Latinos are becoming, if not already, the majority in this country. And I'm talking about in voting, the ones that can vote. We're going to get there real soon with the majority thing. At some point you're going to have to start being Latino and immigrant friendly. Which you're starting to see with the Republicans, because there's like 2 or 3 of them talking about doing a legal way to keep people in here instead of shipping them out. When just 4 years ago, they would literally say, put them all on buses and ship them out of here. All of them were saying that shit. Now the rhetoric has changed because the majority are Latinos now. Have fun. It doesn't help that a lot of us like white girls and we're putting babies in them. Yeah, they're kind of Latinos now. Good job. This is funny. One of my good friends is married to a white chick, and her dad hated this motherfucker, right? Mind you, he has a big fucking a tattoo of a lion like right on his neck right here, and her dad was I think he was a minister somewhere, and he was like, he looked at him like he was in prison. And then it was funny, the day they had a barbecue, and it was cold outside actually, it was like around this time, they had a barbecue at her house, at her parents' house, and I showed up, of course. And back in those days, I was walking around in football jerseys and not sagged. I never sagged my pants, but my jeans were always baggy. Honestly, out of comfort. I never sagged my pants because that's just stupid. And but they were pretty baggy jeans. And so I walked in, and then I walk in with him, who's got this big fucking neck tattoo. Yeah, that dude thought he was under attack probably or some shit. But no, they're happy now, and I think his father-in-law's probably, you know, chilled out by now, but that's just crazy. Yeah, Trump's gonna have to change his tune if he even has a shot. Now this is gonna be interesting right here, okay? Oh, he's here. All right, cool. All right, never mind. I take it back. So right before I went live on Periscope, I probably haven't said this before on here, but my brother works with me, my younger brother. He's 3 years younger than me, so that makes him 26. Yeah, I don't pay attention. So yeah, he's 26, and he has this attitude issue. I don't understand it whatsoever. He's just like always angry. Mind you, I used to have I didn't have an anger issue. I don't think. I think I was just a hothead and just real quick trigger, right? You can say one dumb thing to me and I'd fuck you up. That was before I started, you know, appreciating comedy more and laughing at everything and everybody. So then I didn't get mad no more. But anyway, so my younger, yeah, right, Andrew, Aaron and Andrew kind of. I think more Aaron. It's played up. They're chill. Well, maybe it's played up. Yeah. So my younger brother's kind of a dick because he'll blame everybody else for the shit that happens to him instead of noticing the things that happen to him are, you know, the seeds that you sow, whatever. And you know, you reap what you sow, whatever. And I hate everyone, says Andy. Okay, you're right, Mike. Yeah, so anyway, so my he called, or no, he didn't text me, my boss texted me. He's like, hey, you know, your brother guy got a flat tire in the company van on your route to work, so can you stop by? I'm like, I guess, yeah. So I texted him. Mind you, me and my brother don't get along very well. When we talk, it's very few words. You know what I mean? And that's honestly the best way to do it, because if we start getting into talking and everything, he feels like he has to argue every fucking little thing. And it's like to the death. And I'm just sitting here going, dude, you want me to embarrass you? Because I will. I'll make it just look really stupid. And when I do, he just gets fucking angry and shit. And he won't fight me because he knows I'll fuck him up. He never trained anything. And no matter how many times I try to drag him to jiu-jitsu or try to drag him to Muay Thai, he would never do it. He'd rather go hang with his friends and smoke and all that stuff, whatever. But he got a flat tire, and my boss is like, I texted him. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way to come help you out. And he just goes, no. Fuck, he just texted me back, no. And here's the thing, I'm like, okay. I just texted back, okay, I'm not coming. I'm just going straight to work. And so but the reason is, it's just this, I think the reason I'm bringing this up, the attitude from people that think they know everything, right, is fucking, I tell him, and he doesn't know the second part to it, because I don't want to put him down at the same time, most of the time. But I go, hey man, you should run for office or something. He goes, why? And I'm like, you believe everything you say. And he goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, whether you're right or wrong, you chant shit like you say whatever the fuck you say, you actually think you know confidently, and when you get proven wrong, you deny that it's wrong. You know what I mean? Like so I told him, I was like, you should definitely run for office. You know, I didn't say a second part, you know, that quote that I can't, you know, I'm gonna look for it when I get to the office, where it says that the problem is that intelligent people are full of doubts and stupid people are full of confidence. You know, I haven't told him that part of it. That's honestly the reason why I think he should run for office. He could do something. You know, and I think the main reason I would want him to do it and maybe win is because he's a good person. And, you know, deep down inside, he's just a selfish prick. So it sucks. I'm sure you all got problems with your family too. There's a sibling, at least one, that's the fucking asshole, but you still love him because he's your asshole. You know what I mean? He's like that group of friends that has that one guy that's a fuck up, and nobody really wants to hang out with him, but he's got nobody else. So he might be an asshole, but he's your asshole. Yeah, that's my brother for me. You know, and there's been times where I want to smack him, and there's been a few times where I did fucking fuck him up a little bit, but you know, I don't. I guess that means I'm the asshole. You know what, Nick? You're in a fucking weird situation there, buddy. Where you it's just weird. You all get fucking along. So, congratulations, Nirvana. Happy? Huh. And if you know what I mean by Nirvana, good for you. It's not just, I'm not talking about the band. Although I read up on Nirvana, and that shit's kind of, I don't know. it's a weird thing to try and grasp. I still don't understand what they mean by, oh, he reached nirvana. Like, fucking, what was it? God, it's been, I studied in college for a little bit. That's the other thing I want to talk about. So, I got into this bullshit yesterday about women wanting equal pay for right, equal pay for what they for their jobs, and so I realized a couple things. One, and this comes from watching the last Joe Rogan podcast with not the one that went down yesterday, which by the way I caught maybe 5 minutes of. It's awesome. If you like learning some shit, yesterday's podcast with what's his name? Whatever, the nearest one is a big fucking bearded guy. Looks like he came out of Harry Potter. And then the other guy's just an old white dude. But older white dude. Graham Hancock and the other guy's name. Whatever. Listen to it, because I only caught 5 minutes of it, and I can't wait to get to the office and play that shit right now. But yeah. I was listening to the one with Miss Summers. I forget her first name. And I think they call her Based Mom or something like that. So she is like old school feminist, right? What it actually meant something. Not these days when you can use it for any stupid fucking thing with, especially ugly girls use it because they can't get, because guys won't ask them out and shit, won't take them out. Hey, I'm just being real. So, it's, there we go. It's, okay, so the two reasons I think that I found that women get paid less is, one, the majors they pick in college. I remember all the girls, literally every single one that I knew in college was either a journalism major or, fucking history or theater or dance or whatever. When it meant gender equality. Exactly, when it meant gender equality. So, and especially in social aspects, right? So, but, now it's like, what I realized is something, watching the Rogan podcast with Miss Summers, and then watching a couple things like debate things online, is a lot of those girls get mad they don't get paid what, for example, a lawyer gets paid or a doctor gets paid for being a teacher, or for being which, by the way, I argue we should pay our teachers more if we want better quality teachers, and raise the standards. I'll tell you guys why in a second, but it's that part of it, definitely. It's like, you picked the wrong major. For example, I'm not going to go in there with let's say, an English major and demand equal pay with a fucking brain surgeon. That's not going to happen, And then even in between doctors, Ms. Summers was talking about women specialize more in pediatrics and stuff like that. That's more populated with doctors than, neurology or whatever else, the higher, more specialized, more difficult to achieve degrees and expertise in medicine. Of course they don't get paid as much. They're women. Hi, Andy. You know what, Andy? If you were over here, you'd so get along with me and my friends. Like, Saturday nights at fight night, you have to come in with zero PC in you. If you show up with any PC, you will walk out disgusted. We had one of our friends brought his girlfriend, didn't warn her of the shit we usually, talk and say and shit. And she stomped out. And she was like threatening to break up with him if he didn't stop hanging out with us. And I was like, what the fuck? So, anyway, by the way, I know he's probably not watching, but happy birthday to one of my good friends, Randall. Fucking dude's a weirdo, but he's fun as shit. Anyway, and then, the reason I was saying that teachers should get paid more, and they should raise the standards for teachers more, and this will be the last word because I got to go inside to get some breakfast and then run to work. In Arizona, obviously, especially Arizona, it's shitty fucking education. While I'm wearing a U of A logo on my beanie, in Arizona, in order to be a teacher, like you can, for example, right now they need teachers like at least a little over 1,000 teachers. Like a lot of them left the profession because they don't get paid shit, and the standards are garbage, and they get a lot of shit from parents and teachers and all that, and principals and all that. They get blamed for the level of Arizona education, right? Which isn't completely their fault. But so about a year and a half ago, I was messing with the idea of teaching, right? And I was figuring out how to take what test I need to take. So it was one test in order to teach secondary, and that's kind of what I want to do. I don't want to deal with first through 5th grade. 6 and up, I'm fine. They're more and more developed, right? So I took the test for secondary education. Here's the thing, I did study the wrong book. I was given some weird advice from a teacher friend, and I basically studied the wrong fucking book. I studied the wrong damn book, and then I went in there and I fucking killed the test anyway. And I knew it too. I didn't have to wait for the results. I'm like, I fucking knew all that shit, no problem. So I can walk in there with having studied the completely wrong shit and still destroy that test, you know? So, and then mind you, my ex-girlfriend fucking, actually I'm gonna go straight to work. I just realized I have some shit I gotta pick up and deliver, so, yeah, so okay, I'll be on for a few more minutes. My ex-girlfriend actually went and got her degree in education, and she spent 4 years, graduated summa cum laude. And you're telling me if I go take a test that I basically didn't even study for, and I can ace it, and I could be a teacher too, and we could pay the same? Damn, that's gotta burn for people that went to school, for people that went to school like for 4 years to get the same shit I can get with a bullshit little test. You know, so we definitely gotta change a lot of standards in education. It still fucking bothers me and weirds me the fuck out that we don't put enough, like a max amount of importance and effort in education. Like, that should be the thing, right? But another reason why I could never run for office and be like governor or anything like that, because I would be suggesting that shit over and over and over again, and for sure I get shot just for saying that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know the border. I get the border. I get it. But our kids are fucking stupid. They think the Titanic was only a movie. Does that not bother anybody else? That would be my fucking speech. That would be my speech. I'd be like, children, in fact, not even children, high schoolers think the Titanic was just a fucking movie. That it wasn't, it was just a movie to see the chicks big jugs with no shirt on. That's what it was. It wasn't an actual event or a thing. Those kids actually say that shit. It's wow, you know? That'd be my speech right there. And then either the population would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, we need the kids to be smarter, and politicians with special interests in their fucking back pockets and shit would be like, no, I vote no, we can't afford it. What? Fuckface. How about this? I'm taking from your salary and your salary and your salary. That's my other thing. I think the term career politician's offensive. I don't know. While I make fun of people get offended for dumb shit. No, I find it to be a term that should not exist. There should not be anything called a career politician. It really shouldn't. Why? Because if, for example, in your career, you want to get more money, right? So you bust ass, right? And then you'll compete with other people and whatnot and do whatever you got to do in order to make more money. Politicians do the same shit. So, yeah, the term career politician is awful. And the reality of it is awful. So, I would like to think that human beings and people that run for office and all that shit, would have the people's best interests. But here's the difference, okay? People that actually care about human beings and the population and their fellow man, you know what they become? Doctors, teachers, firefighters, okay? That's what they become, not cops. Some of them become cops, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them become cops, but these days, I mean, I'm more nervous around cops than fucking anybody else. You know what's funny? I'm more nervous around cops than the idiots that are in Border Patrol. Mind you, I'm a citizen and I still get questioned every fucking time I go through a checkpoint. Obviously, profiling. They want to say it's not. It is. It's whatever. Whatever. You just deal with it. But you can get some fucking wacko Border Patrol fuckface that gets crazy and thinks his his brain just moves a little too fast for him, and he does something stupid. So I'm way more nervous around cops though. That's just, it's just crazy. So people that actually give a fuck about humans become, go in to make direct, affect someone's life directly. People that don't give a shit become politicians and fucking whatever. But we're all different. Humanity's all different. Everyone's got different characteristics. I care too much about people to be a politician. Really, I really do. I used to know. 6 years ago, I would have run for office, something like that. These days, Nah, not really. I definitely gotta clean this beard up. I'm not doing No Shave November for people that are wondering. It's cold outside, so I'm growing this bitch out a little bit. But I'm not gonna go for a Kirby, but I'm gonna go a little puffier than this, and then that's it. Then once December passes, I'll probably trim it back down. Try and look good. Although argument could be made that I should trim it out now. Yeah, I know I haven't been on doing these shows for a year either, and I'm certainly not talking about myself, this as much as I do now. But I'm not a fan of the holidays. I don't know if Andy, if you are, but I'm not a fan of the holidays because it's like the loneliest time of the year. It's always every fucking year is the same thing. I get a girlfriend during the summer, it works out pretty good, and then right before the holidays, some bullshit happens, and then you're alone again. It's bullshit. It gets irritating sometimes. It's probably my fault. Let's be honest. I'll be 100% honest. And most of the time when a girl breaks up with me, it's my fault, and I know it. But I'm stubborn and hard-headed. And it hadn't backfired on me until maybe like 3 years ago. You know, when you're talking about like a good girl and shit, and you fuck up, and the good girl goes away, obviously. Yeah, that whole being hard-headed and be like, you know, whatever attitude about women, that bit me in the ass just one time so far in my life. So. And then, you know, I think she's moved on, I think she has a fucking fiance and all that shit, so, yeah, that's my sob story, for the year. And I don't know about you guys, man, but the holidays I'm not a big fan of, certainly not Christmas music, Christmas itself. For me, Christmas is just a day off from work, it's the day after my mom's birthday. How shitty is that? Your birthday's the 24th? And everyone forgets about it because it's Christmas the next day. It sucks. We don't forget. You won't forget Mama's birthday. No, you fucking hear about that shit forever. But I think Christmas Day for me is just literally just an excuse to hang out with Oliver the entire day. It's been like that for 3 years. I know, Mike. I know. But you know, I think it's gonna change. You know, if and when I have a family, then that's gonna be about what I live for. But until then, man, it's just another day off to hang out with the kid and buy him a bunch of shit. Which, by the way, I already started. He loves Hot Wheels cars, and the grocery store on the street does these specials on shit that they're overstocked on. And they're overstocked on Hot Wheels cars. They have like $1 each, so I bought like 20. And I'm not gonna give it to him all at once. I give it to him every once, and when he actually, you know, deserves one. He's been a good kid. I never tell him, be a good kid, I'll give you a car. I agree, and I'm sure Andrew and Aaron do too. Okay, Mike. All right, well, we're on the same page. But I don't tell Oliver, be a good kid, I'll give you a car. I'll give him one if he's been good. I don't even tell him. I just go, here, you know, what do you think of this? He loves Hot Wheels cars, so he'll take it, no problem. So I kind of do that, but I don't think you should reward kids for being good by telling them, hey, if you're good, I'll give you a car. You know, you got to spread it out to not let them get used to it. So, but still, anyway, again, when I hit end on this shit, it's gonna stop wherever you're at. So this shit's gonna end abruptly. So I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody now and then talk a couple more seconds. Thanks, Andy, for watching. I think I saw Nick on here for a second. Mike, as always, thank you, sir. Everybody else, Daniela, everybody else that tunes into these shows, I appreciate it. So this is the last Morning Glory for the week. I'll catch you guys again on Monday. Later, Mike. Of course, the Drive Slow later today for sure. And then tonight, I'm gonna put out the link. If you guys want to watch, if you got nothing else going on tonight on your Friday night or Friday morning for some of us, and you wanna, or Saturday morning for some of us, tonight will be Saturday morning for everybody overseas. Yeah, okay, should be. Anyway, if you guys want to catch some, some just talk between gentlemen, myself, Nick Pilecki for sure, maybe Michael Reyes is gonna join us. The ULI tonight, if I'm not mistaken, the time is 3:30 p.m. Pacific. That will make it 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing an episode of the ULI talking ISIS, Paris, AIDS and HIV. That I know, if you guys know anything about Nick, you'll learn about Nick tonight. Believe me, if you want to learn a little more about Nick and myself, especially Nick, you'll get to know him a little better tonight on this podcast. He works. And again, I'm just gonna talk right here, and as soon as it ends, it's gonna cut off wherever you're at. So I apologize ahead of time, and you can just rewatch this or check it out on YouTube in about an hour if you want to catch the very last part of it. But the reason why why I enjoy working with Nick Pilecki is you've never met a better kid, man. This guy volunteers at an AIDS camp where kids that go there the camp members have AIDS or HIV, and that shit affects, it gets to him a lot. Like he's a sensitive cat too, So the whole Charlie Sheen has HIV thing, he was pretty upset that he's had it for 4 years, and he made people sign agreements and shit like that, and maybe he might have infected some people without telling. Who knows? We don't know the facts, obviously, but it got it affected him. So he immediately wanted to do a podcast about it. Smart kid, super driven. Again, you guys aren't privy to the competitions we have, off air and everything, but the dude works harder than anybody his age that I know. And I know quite a few kids his age, and none of them even come close. They're all still complaining about stupid shit. He's going out there making it happen. So, really, I'm a big fan of Mr. Pilecki. I think he's gonna do big things before our time's up, before we're all gone and he's still here, whatever. But really proud of how far he's gone, especially on camera. If you guys would have seen the very first time Nick was on camera, doing the shows with myself and back then John. Man, he was super shy and just, freezing up and shit. These days, he's killing it. The other day, he put up a video where he did he's taking a speech interpretation class, and he did a hilarious job on doing this bit, I think from Dane Cook, who I'm not a fan of, but Nick made it sound pretty funny. So anyway, all right, again, it's gonna cut off anywhere you're at, and I gotta go to work. So don't forget. We're a step closer to death, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure everything you do counts. See you later, Andy. Later, Mike. Thanks everyone for watching. Peace. Have a good one.